Good morning and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Chrissie B. And even though it is technically January 9th, I know I'm a little late to the party, but I wanted to make sure that I put my intentions out for 2017. I generally do not put out New Year's resolutions. I find that as soon as I call something a New Year's resolution, I have a tendency to automatically not do it. So I always put out what I am calling my top 10 goals for 2017. I have 5 goals for business and 5 goals for personal, and I thought today I would take a moment to just share those with you. My number 1 work goal is to be proactive. I know what I want, and I have to stop thinking that somehow it's gonna automatically just come to me, that I actually have to get out there and make those dreams come true myself by doing the work on purpose. So my number 1 goal is to be proactive. My number 2 goal is to get organized. You may not know this yet, but I just got a job, and it is a full-time job. So in my head, I'm saying to myself, I now have a full-time job, a full-time dream, and a full-time life. So I need to make sure that I get absolutely organized. I need to know where all of my ducks are at any one given time so that I know I'm going in the direction that I want to be going. And for me, that entails time management, to-do lists, getting my planner back up and going. I do keep a lot of my stuff electronically, but I really enjoy the process of having a paper planner. I feel like there's something that happens between you and your planner and your subconscious mind when you actually take the time to actually physically write something out. So those are really important to me, and that's what my get organized goal means for me this year. Another goal that I have this year, number 3, is I want to go through all of my B School curriculum. B School is basically an online business school that is put on by Marie Forleo. It's completely online. The class is technically 6 different modules. So at about module 3, I got myself a little bit overwhelmed, stopped doing it. And so one of my goals for 2017 is to get back on the B School bandwagon and start using these tools as the resources that they really are. Like, I have all of this knowledge at my fingertips, and I feel like if I don't start using it, then I'm actually just wasting it. I'm wasting an opportunity. I'm wasting this resource, this knowledge. So getting back to my B School and actually getting through all of the curriculum is really a big goal for me this year. Number 4, put yourself out there. I've been really busy, so I have been doing a lot of behind the scenes work, but not really sharing anything and putting it out into the world of what I'm doing. This goal encapsulates more than just YouTube videos. This goal of putting yourself out there encapsulates so much more than that. It's basically talking to strangers and saying hello, introducing yourself, saying what you do, starting up new groups. I really want to start a book club this year. That would be so much fun. I really want to get together and do art classes with friends, even if it's just informal get-togethers where we all bring our own projects and we just can play. You know, it's about really stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of my comfort zone, and doing things that I would not normally do. It's really about being open to the possibilities of everything that could possibly happen in this new year. Goal number 5, use your soul sister cards as a tool for tapping into your inner wisdom. And I want to do this on a weekly basis. Now, I know that I have not shared my soul sister cards with you, but I will share those with you eventually. So what soul sister cards are essentially is they're basically a tool that I've created for myself. It's a deck of cards that I've created that will allow me to tap into different perspectives that I already have inside of myself. And sometimes when life gets really busy or crazy or hectic, I have a tendency to get channeled on one viewpoint and not necessarily look at many viewpoints. By using these cards, I'm able to pick from multiple perspectives and ask the question to myself, what should I do next? Or how am I feeling? Or what's working? What's not working? I can answer those questions from a different perspective. And in a later video, I will go through the details of showing you everything I use, how I created them, what they are, what specifically they are, how I use them, and how they could be beneficial. But I really wanted to just write it down that I want to start using my soul sister cards as a way to tap into the inner wisdom that is inside of Chrissie B, and that I don't have to remember everything inside of my perspective at this exact moment. But it's all in there. Like Glenda the Good Witch of the Wizard of Oz said, you've always had the power within you all along, you just had to tap into it, essentially. That's my paraphrase. But that's what these soul cards do for me, is they allow me to tap into that power that I've always had all along, and the wisdom that I've always had all along, and it helps remind me that because I have it, I should use it and tap into it. Now, for my personal goals for 2017, my number one goal is kind of a biggie. I put mind, body, and soul. I want to focus on health in all three of these areas of my life this year. I really want to make these three areas a focus for 2017 so that I can ultimately improve my quality of life. That is my mental health, my physical health, and my spiritual health. I want to make sure that I'm growing in all of these areas, becoming more flexible, stronger, able to recover from big sessions faster. Yeah, they're just all different things that I want to work on, and there's so many things that I can do to make these three things healthier, and that is like daily exercise and watching what I'm eating and drinking all of my water, making sure that I'm really staying hydrated, eating whole healthy foods, avoiding processed foods, fake sugars. So I need to be gentler with myself. That's part of this goal. That's why I say this goal is so huge. So my mental health, things that I'm actively doing to help my mental health are things like writing morning pages. If you know Julia Cameron and The Artist Way, she has this amazing technique that really saved my life a bajillion years ago, and that is called a routine called morning pages. So I try to do that every morning. I can share a video with that if you are interested in that. Just leave me a comment in the comment section down below and I'd be happy to share that practice with you. I'm also working on being mindful by meditating and going into myself and listening to what my body's doing. How is my spirit feeling? You know, what do I need to tweak? I'm also doing things like I am taking up a yoga practice. Now, it is a very baby yoga practice. It's a very, very beginner yoga practice, but I noticed that in just 10 minutes every morning, just that small of a practice has made a huge difference. I can tell in my energy level, I can tell in my level of concentration, in my attitude. 10 minutes a day of yoga is not gonna fix me, but it is a start. And then for my spiritual health, I think that the meditation also does that as well. I also have been trying to be conscious to pray every day, constantly praying as I go throughout the day and realizing that I'm not walking this journey by myself, that the universe has a hand in what's going on with me, and that I'm consciously trying to follow the signs and figure out, you know, where am I supposed to be? What's my purpose? What's my mission? How can I go about making that happen? How can I be the best me that I can possibly be so that I can better serve those around me? So this goal of mind, body, spirit is a huge one. It really is, but it's something that I'm really dedicated to and I'm really excited about for this upcoming year. Goal number 4, I want to focus on my finances. My husband and I started something a few years ago. It was called Financial Peace University, and it really was a game changer for my husband and I because it really just teaches you a different way to look at your money. And we are on there, I think there's 7 steps to that program, and I think we're on step number 2, which is, I believe, get rid of all non-mortgage debt. Now, we have done this goal successfully 2 times already, and this will be our 3rd. Your financial health really affects so many different areas of your life. You know, they always say that money doesn't make you happy, money can't buy happiness, but the lack of money sure can make you miserable. I'm learning that, I get it. I've known that my whole life, growing up in a family who is well below poverty level. I understand that. So for myself and my husband, we're trying really hard to not be slaves to money, but to make our money work for us. And so in seeking that out, it's also teaching us that we have to be good stewards of the money that we have. And the first step for that for us right now is getting ourselves out of debt. I believe that you are a slave to your lender, and I don't want to be a slave to anybody. One of my key words for 2017 is freedom. You know, I have the freedom to choose every single morning, and that includes my financial health. I have the freedom to choose where my money goes, how much of it I keep, how much of it I use for good and for helping others. And I think that ultimately that is what's gonna lead me to happiness, is what I can do to help others. Number 3, one of my lifelong dreams is I want to travel. And really, I've always wanted to travel to Europe. I wanted to go to Paris, I wanted to go to England, I want to go to Ireland and Scotland. I've wanted to see Italy. I've wanted to go to Germany. There are just so many places in the world that I want to see, and I have one thing that is holding me back, just one. That is it. And because I do not have this, I have never traveled, and it bothers me a lot. So this is the year that we're gonna fix that, and that is my husband and I do not have passports. I don't know how you go through your whole life without having a passport, but I don't have one. So this year, a goal of mine is to get a passport, with the idea that getting a passport will then open the door to traveling. I want to travel, my husband wants to travel. That's something that we're very passionate about. I love people, and I love the idea of seeing the world through other people's eyes and experiencing different cultures and hearing different languages from authentic, you know, from the place where that language is. You know, I'm rambling, I get that, but I really want to travel. I think that'll be so much fun. I think that will really round out my experience in this world. I really want to travel. I think that will be so exciting. I think that will be so much adventure, and instead of collecting material things like I have done in the past, this year is all about collecting experiences and people and joy and those things that you can't measure by putting on a scale. Number 4 for my personal goals, I want to go to Brave Girl Symposium 2017. That is this summer. I did get the privilege to go to Brave Girl Symposium 2016 last year, and that was the first Brave Girl Symposium ever. If you don't know what that is, go to bravegirls.com. I'm sure you can find information there about it. Brave Girl Symposium is basically a retreat that you get to go to, and it's in Boise, Idaho, and it is once a year, and you get to listen to some of the most creative, empowering, positive, spiritually full women talk about their lives, and there's different topics every year. Last year was what can love do? And these women are basically just sharing their lives with you and sharing their stories with you. And you get so many nuggets of goodness out of that. Even just walking into the symposium room itself, the room where the symposium is at, there's such an overwhelming feeling of joy and gratitude that you almost cry. For someone like me who's an empath and I'm a big energy reader, that room is like the hell yes of all rooms you could walk into anytime. That is where you want to be. So going to Brave Girl Symposium 2017, I do not want to miss it. That is where I want to be. If I have to sleep in my car, I want to go to Brave Girl Symposium. Melody Ross and the Brave Girl team create such a magical event that it is so sad to me to ever miss it ever again. As long as the Brave Girl Symposium is being offered, I want to be there. So my final goal for this year is probably the biggest of all the goals I have written down, and it's probably one that's, you know, not really goal formatted, because a goal should be measurable, it should be specific, there should be a timeline surrounding it, there should be like milestones that you can tick off so that you know, oh, I'm getting close to this goal. This one's not like that. This goal is authenticity. Live this year doing what you know is right and true. Listen to your intuition. It will not lead you astray. Be brave, have fun, get out there and live. Most people merely exist. I want to actually live, and I want to live big and loud and fun and joyfully. I want to live in a way that spreads that joy to others, and then also empowers others to also live authentically as well. So that is my list of 10 things for 2017. It's a huge list. I'm really excited about it. I think it's something that I can do. I think it's something that's absolutely believably doable. And I'm so excited for 2017. I'm ready for the new year. I hope you have an amazing week, and I cannot wait to see you until next time. Bye for now.